Hi, everyone. Thanks for joining me for a little worship session tonight. I'm kind of excited to do this. I think it's going to be a fun way to connect since we can't have our normal church stuff that we normally would have on Wednesday nights. And so we're going to bring this to you as just a new way to connect. So tonight I'm going to talk a little bit about one of the songs that we do at worship at Community, Little Faith, which is fairly new to us. And I'm going to talk a little bit about where it came from, where I got the idea, and a little devotional thought to go with it, and then just a little bit about the song itself, and then I'll close by singing it. And you can sing with me if you want to. So if you go to a community, you have heard the pastor preach a whole sermon series on Jesus in the boat, when Jesus was with the disciples, and there was a storm on the water, and Jesus fell asleep in the boat, and the disciples were nervous and woke him up and wondered what was going on. And Jesus said, "Oh, you have little faith." And pastor preached about that, and I was really inspired by that. And so I wanted to write a song kind of about that whole Bible story. So I'm actually going to read one of the gospel accounts of it. This is from Mark chapter 4, and it starts in verse 35, and it reads, "That day, when evening came, he said to his disciples, 'Let us go over to the other side.' Leaving the crowd behind, they took him along just as he was in the boat. There were also other boats with him. A furious squall came up, and the waves broke over the boat so that it was nearly swamped. Jesus was in the stern, sleeping on a cushion. The disciples woke him and said to him, 'Teacher, don't you care if we drown?' He got up, rebuked the wind and the waves, and he said, 'Quiet, be still.' Then the wind died down and it was completely calm. He said to his disciples, 'Why are you so afraid? Do you still have no faith?' And they were terrified and asked each other, 'Who is this? Even the wind and the waves obey him.'" And then I want to read from Matthew 17, verse 20, where Jesus is also talking about little faith. And Jesus replied, "Because you have so little faith, truly I tell you, if you have faith as small as a mustard seed, you can say to this mountain, 'Move from here to there,' and it will move. Nothing will be impossible for you." And so the whole idea of this song is that even when we have little faith, we can still do great things. And the whole idea behind it is that we have to have little faith in Jesus. You can't just have a little bit of faith in faith itself. You can't have little faith in your own abilities or your own gifts and talents. You have to have little faith in the man Jesus Christ and in the work that he can do. And to be real honest, when I wrote this song, because the chorus says that a little faith is just all you need, I was a little bit concerned that people would think that what I meant was little faith is enough, period. And that's not entirely true. Little faith is enough to get us started, but we've got to plant the mustard seed, right? It has to be planted and it has to grow so that it can turn into the tree and so that God can do even more amazing things. I think about those disciples who were in the boat and the storm was there and they had little tiny faith, but the disciples didn't stay there. As they grew in their faith, God was able to do incredible things in and through them. And I think that's what God wants for us too. So that's kind of where the song came from. It's a pretty easy song chord-wise from a songwriting perspective. There's not a lot of changes. It's kind of the same 4 chords all the way through, except for the bridge, which makes it very singable for people. But there are a lot of words. And I was a little bit nervous about that when I brought it to church at first, because I wasn't sure if people could get all the words. But you know, if you're going to tell the Bible story, you have to include all the words. So when I was writing this, I just felt like I kept writing and writing and writing and writing verses and verses. But ultimately, it all came together into this song. So I'm going to play it, and I invite you to sing it with me if you want. Little Faith.
seems that everything is fine, the perfect dream. Sailing with my Jesus by my side, the sun up on my face, enjoy the ride. The water is so blue, the sky's so clear, and I can see for miles, there is no fear. Not a single cloud up in the sky, and if I had some wings, well, I would fly. And suddenly the waves come crashing down, the water and the wind are all around. Everything inside is filled with fear. Can anybody help? Is someone here? Do you even hear, and do you care? I'm crying out for help. Is someone there? Feeling so abandoned and alone, and Jesus has been sleeping in the boat. He said a little faith can move a mountain. Yes, a little faith can send it to the sea. And a little faith can change your life forever. Yes, a little faith can set your spirit free. Set you free. Just a little faith is all we need. I'm shaking and awake, now do you see? My circumstances overwhelming me, drowning in my fear and losing hope, 'cause I could never make it on my own. Creator of the world, of time and space, creator of the wind, the waves and rain. With a single word he stills the sea, and everything is calm and perfect peace. Because a little faith can move a mountain. Yes, a little faith can send it to the sea. And a little faith can change your life forever. Yes, a little faith can set your spirit free. Set you free. Just a little faith is all we need. Just a little faith is all we need. Just a little time to plant a seed. Just a little rain, a little sun. Just a little faith is all we need. Just put it in the one who calmed the sea. Just a little faith can get things done. Faith in the Father, Spirit, Son. Because a little faith can move a mountain. Yes, a little faith can send it to the sea. And a little faith can change your life forever. Yes, a little faith can set your spirit free.